Hey guys, Chad and Bailey in here with the Reptile Rangers, and we're at the Kernersville Reptile Zoo and Medical Center today. We're going to do something a little different, something that's actually quite fun. We've been doing this for years, and that's dealing with good snake sheds. Okay, a lot of people that come into the zoo, a lot of kids, a lot of even adults enjoy seeing snake sheds that are preserved, good shape, meaning they haven't been torn all to pieces or like a ball python. When they shed, they didn't tear it into 500,000 pieces or it just come out really bad shed. So what we're going to go over today is kind of how we deal with sheds that are in really good shape, whether we give them to the kids that come into the zoo here or whether it's some that we keep and laminate. And we'll talk about that as well to hang up on the walls here in the zoo somewhere. Now, let's take off and let's take a look at how to deal with good snake sheds or preserving your snake shed. Okay guys, so here's what's going to happen. Now Bailey is going to do one at the same time I'm doing one. I'll tell you what, Bailey, swap sides with me. You take yours to that side. And I got to turn mine this direction, okay? Now, the first thing we do, most of the time when you typically find your snake shed, it's going to be pretty dry. And if it's completely dry and hard, the first thing you want to do is get it moist. So you can take like a spray bottle with water in it. You can take a pump sprayer. You can do whatever you want to do. Just get it moist, not soaking wet, just moist and loosened up to where you can do something with it, okay? Now, once you've done that, we flip them over. Now, what we've got here is two Western Diamondbacks, okay? These are Western Diamondback sheds. What we're going to do is we're going to take and start from the cloaca opening, okay? So you see the cloaca opening, right here's the tail, right here's where the rattles would be, okay? Each rattle. Same thing for him, baby. All right, make sure you're down here in the camera, Bootsy. There you go.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, make sure you're down there. There we go.
Right here?
Hold on.
That one it?
Yep, that's the cloaca, yep, that's it. All right, now hold on. Bailey, you're gonna do this with me. All right, watch. So what we want to do, whenever we're cutting from the cloaca opening, we want to go center of the ventral scales. You want to try and keep it right dead in the middle of the ventral scales. You'll understand why here in just a minute. It may take a few minutes, and that's okay. If you no, it's not here. Just poke through, literally poke and cut. Okay. Now, as Bailey is working on his, you see mine is not completely flattened out. In a perfect world, what we would do is take the shed and try and actually flatten it out kind of like this right here, okay? We would try and make sure that it makes our life easier. I've cut more than enough of these that I'm not too worried about it being perfect because I can just go ahead and do it right up the middle of the ventral scales. But at least the first few times, you want to make sure that it's flat kind of like this one to make sure that you get at least the best you can middle of the ventral scales. Now, in another perfect world, you would do this on a completely flat surface like a countertop, a kitchen table, something that's actually long enough that this can stretch across. For sake of this video, I don't have anything that long that I can do this with. At least not here and easily available. Good job, dude.
Just some over right there. I'm trying not to cut the bottom or the top part or anything else, but just the bottom.
There you go.
And it's hard.
Now here's the cool thing. You can do this with pretty much any shed that's what we call usable. Cobra shed. The best ones tend to be your best pattern snakes, such as a lot of your viper species, especially the gaboons, rhinoceros vipers, bushmaster sheds, eastern diamondbacks, western diamondbacks, a lot of your rattlesnakes in general make really good specimens to do this with. All right, once you're up to the head, go ahead and cut right between the two jaw lines. Here's the ultimate goal of what you're going for. All right, so you see right here, I'm going to gently separate this. You can see the whole head, okay? Now, when I take and I have this cut in half like it's supposed to be, what you want to do is moisten it down and lay it out just like this, all the way down, the full length. The more moist it is, not soaking wet, again, remember, not soaking wet, but the more moist it is, the better that it tends to flatten out just like that, and will stay that way. When you have it completely long, then you can take and have it laminated, which will preserve it. As Balian is finishing his, this is the exact way, easiest way to deal with a really good shed that you have off of your snakes. It's a great way to preserve it. It's a great thing that people can learn from. We've given quite a few to different schools, science classes, and it's great for them to be able to learn not only identification from the shed itself, but they can learn quite a bit about the snake itself. And this one's a little bit drier, so this one don't separate that until you get that wet bedding. But yep, everything else. There you go.
That's bigger than my hand.
There you go. And that is how to preserve a good snake shed. Now, I hope this has been helpful. I know it's been a lot of fun, a little bit of science, a little bit of education, and some way that you can take care of really good sheds that you have from your snakes, whether Burmese python, reticulated, rattlesnakes, colubrids, whatever the case may be. This is an easy way to be able to preserve your snake shed that they do in a whole piece. Now, this is Chad and Balian again. We are the Reptile Rangers here at the Kernersville Reptile Zoo and Medical Center. We appreciate you watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, hit that bell for notifications. Also, our information is in the description below if you have any questions that directly need our answering, medical questions, housing, ecosystem, things like that. Feel free to get with us in the information in the description below. We appreciate you following along, video after video, episode after episode. We'll either see you in the next episode or we'll see you here at the zoo. Later.